hometown crowd. And we've got it live right here from Atlanta, Georgia. Thunder log another stop on their travel schedule in today's matchup. Look here, Muscala, he's checked in for Horford. Wright comes in for Paul Millsap. Iman Shumpert is checked in for Sefolosha. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Kyle Korver. And then for Oklahoma City, Steven Adams comes in for Enes Kanter. And Shake and Bake subbed in for Dion Waiters. So the Thunder 5 right now. Down low, it's the international combo of Ibaka and Adams. Russell Westbrook out there with Shake and Bake. And it's Durant in at the 3 slot. Teague. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Teague's got 6.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Here's Adams. And Wright pulls it down.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Kicks it to Shumpert. There's the screen. Kept alive. Here's Wright. Great D that time from Swift. And you hear so often about work ethic of players, but Freak has put his money where his mouth is. He built a private gym at his house so he can put time in on the court, Clark, whenever he wants to.
Yeah, that's a good step. And Freak is well known to be a workout. Well, freak is probably the best way to say it. So that shouldn't come as any surprise.
And Freak's agent in attendance at the game today, Dom Pagnotti, the famous Dom Pagnotti. You might hear stories positive and negative about him, but he has a lot of big-name clients, that's for sure, Clark.
Yep, and Freak is one name in a long list for Pagnotti. Some question his motives and how he gets deals done, but that's not for you and I to debate.
No.
You certainly can't argue with his results.
Well, you know him well. You call him DP. I just call him Dom. Off the screen. Second chance shot, and it's Adams getting it to go. Adams has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. That doesn't go in either for Teague. Outside Westbrook. Adams right side. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Adams has got 6.
Already seizing control of this one.
Total control, Greg, and as well as they're playing at both ends, I look for this lead to get even larger.
And the buzzer sounds to end the first, and we've got a blowout underway here. Thunder out in front, delivering the blowout. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And a chance now to hear from Paul Millsap talking about the confidence of his team.
You know, our attitude approaching the game has been, you know, we can beat any team in this league. You know, if we work together and, you know, put everything into play, you know, we'll be all right. And that's the kind of attitude we've been having. You know, that's the attitude we have to keep.
Greg, it's got to be more than just attitude, right? I mean, ultimately, don't you have to have guys step up and produce in some cases or even overproduce?
You do, but really it is about attitude and confidence. I mean, those are the two elements that if you bring to the table, you really will have a chance to beat anyone. And so don't discount that attitude when you're on a roll. They call it getting your swag on today. Back in the day, it was called having your mojo working. So same thing, and you can ride that for quite a ways.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start the second quarter.
Man. Let's go.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Thunder.
Fellas, the rebounding has been very strong. Excellent so far. Putbacks are very valuable, and they're getting some.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones.
Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center. Hardaway is out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Sefolosha in at the small forward. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Grizzlies, boy, he was tremendous. He finished with 15 points, and there weren't too many shots that didn't fall for him. Really efficient night from the field. It's games like this that have propelled his team to wins early on this season.
All right, thanks, Doris. He's got a lot of positives to take away from that game.
He really does. It was one of his better performances, and that's saying something because we've seen this guy have a lot of good ones.
And you'd have to imagine that he'll be out to build on it, to go one better here tonight. You know, he might be small for a center, but it doesn't really matter because he can jump out of the building.
With the assist.
Patience. Patience. Taking early threes is leading to long rebounds, which equal to transition points. Make the defense move, and let's press this shot for a great shot. Let the game come to you. We're forcing the issue too much.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm here with Shaq and the Jet. Tonight, it'll be the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Checking out Oklahoma City, they've made it through their first 10 games with just one loss. It's hard to argue with anything they've done so far. It's been that impressive a start to the season for them. For the Hawks over the last few years, they've brought in some faces and tactics from San Antonio. Shaq, are they really the San Antonio Spurs East, as we've heard in recent years?
Well, Coach Budenholzer was a former San Antonio Spurs assistant. They run a similar motion offense with spacing in the ball movement. They're not the Spurs yet because they don't have any players that can create ISO plays and get players other shots.
What I like about that team, Ernie, is every player on that team, just put their ego aside. They're not worried about the numbers, and winning is all costs, and winning is first. And when you see that in a team, then that is the hallmark of the San Antonio Spurs organization. Egos aside, winning first.
Atlanta, 4 All-Stars, and a trip to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2015. Let us get down to Kevin Harlan as we get ready for the opening tip.
The Thunder lead. And so that's the end of the first half. Oklahoma City out in front. They're up by 9. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. The second half beginning in just a moment.
What a performance from Millsap here. 15 points. The free throws have been big for him today with 6 points from them.
Some changes. Mike Muscala is checked in for Horford. Wright comes in for Paul Millsap. And it's Iman Shumpert in for Kyle Korver. Then for the Thunder, Adams, he's checked in for Cantor. And Shake and Bake subbed in for Waiters. They've got Muscala. Jarrell Wright is out there with Cephalosha. Then there's Teague, and it's Shumpert in at the 2. So that's the Hawks 5. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Grizzlies was just a man on a mission. He dropped in 15 points, and the basket seemed pretty big to him. He didn't miss a whole lot all night. He was just too much to handle as he came off the bench to turn in a great outing, guys. They hope it continues.
And Doris, thank you so much. He couldn't have been much better in that game, could he, GM?
Not at all. He was great. I mean, that's for sure. If he wasn't at his best, he was awfully close.
Guys, he came to compete and win. Let's hope he's got that same attitude, that same energy, that same swag here tonight.
Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Atlanta.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
The Hawks trail by 15. Outside Shumpert. And Teague has it in the corner. Stolen by Durant. It's tipped. It's stolen by Schroeder. And Muscala kicks it over to Schroeder. They set the pick. Dishes it to Muscala. 13 feet away. Count that one. Muscala's got 5.
Just a major size difference between the defender and shooter on that possession.
And Greg, without a hand in his face, he's simply going to spray whoever's there.
Back to Westbrook. Shoots the 3. Good. Westbrook's got a pair of 3s now here in the third for Oklahoma City.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Greg, no question about it. They found a nice rhythm from deep.
Teague drives in. A wide open look here for Wright. And the 3 off target. The Thunder leading by 16. Durant up top, guarded by Shumpert.
Move the ball.
Takes the 13-footer. Here's Westbrook. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Here is a list of the NBA's most adept passing teams this season. These are your assistants. The 4th spot held by the Hawks.
You know, when your team has a lot of assists, like these guys do, it basically is a testimony to unselfish play, patience, ball movement, and player movement.
Al Horford's checked in for Atlanta. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Teague. And then for Oklahoma City, Mitch McGary comes in for Serge Ibaka. And it's Payne in for Russell Westbrook. Hardaway, no good.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
6 to shoot. Swift, the pass to Adams. And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
What a big-time mismatch it's been in the post. Where's the defensive adjustment? They're getting housed down there.
Yeah, something's got to change. A double team, maybe a substitution, but this is getting out of hand.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Paul Millsap is checked in for Wright, and it's Korver in for Iman Shumpert. Here's Schroeder. And no good. The try spell continuing for him. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. No good from Swift. The Hawks trail by 20. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
That's the ball.
Horford in the post. Lays it up and banks it in. Horford's got 6 points.
No matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball in the paint.
And it's a big key thus far in this game, Clark, because whenever they've got the ball in the paint.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. It's the Thunder just dominating this one. 2K Thabo Sefolosha. The Thunder also changing it up. Adams, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Singler comes in for Kevin Durant. And Shake and Bake subbed in for Waiters. Taking a look at the Thunder. Swift in at shooting guard. Adams is out there with McGarry. Then it's Kyle Singler. And it's Westbrook in at the point. Here's Swift. Traps in the tray. And you hear so often about work ethic of players, but Freak has put his money where his mouth is. He built a private gym at his house so he can put time in on the court, Clark, whenever he wants to.
Yeah, that's a good step. And Freak is well known to be a workout. Well, freak is probably the best way to say it. So that shouldn't come as any surprise.
And Freak's agent in attendance at the game today, Dom Pagnotti, the famous Dom Pagnotti. You might hear stories positive and negative about him, but he has a lot of big-name clients, that's for sure, Clark.
Yep, and Freak is one name in a long list for Pagnotti. Some question his motives and how he gets deals done, but that's not for you and I to debate.
No.
You certainly can't argue with his results.
Well, you know him well. You call him DP. I just call him Dom. Here's Horford. No good. Nice D from Singler.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
No good from Swift. Here's Atlanta now. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Schroeder with the ball. Singler covering. And here's the break. Here's Swift. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
And they've just done a great job of keeping this crowd out of the game. And we're getting closer to victory. The crowd's getting quieter.
And there's not a whole lot for them to be cheering about anymore. I mean, their guys got it handed to them.
The drive by Shumpert. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here. First one falls for
Iman Shumpert. 2 shots.
That one is no good. Now Payne. Here's Swift. It's off. So no problem for Oklahoma City.
Yes, thank you, Kevin.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Kevin, much appreciated, and now let's present our Jordan player, Russell Westbrook. During the second half, it seemed like he was simple. And that brings us to the end of our broadcast.
Hey guys, on today's episode of NBA 2K TV, we take a look behind the scenes at the making of Living the Dream and get some insights from world-famous Spike Lee. We also help you make the most out of your My Career experience and give you the rundown of all things new in